Hello everybody and welcome back to Fixxtopia, my single player world. Well, we're doing another world tour episode. I'm going to do probably several of these because I really want to take a deep dive into all of the builds and stuff like that we have. So the last world tour episode, we started over here in New Hope, which is the sort of, it's not quite Spawn, but it's the first kingdom that we did. And we took sort of a deep look at that. And I think it's pretty nice. But if you move south of Spawn, you get to a little hamlet called Harrowdale. And I think it is so important to have hamlets and stuff sprinkled around where you can't just have the big stuff. Oh, we're going over there in just a minute. But if you look over here, you're going to see this is my automatic sheep farm. I have two sheep farms here. One, this is all the colors. And the way I did it was with a mine rail system and are they activator rails, I think. So the mine carts just kind of go, they just keep going back and forth just around, although I don't hear it right now. So that's, oh no, there it is. It's still going. There it goes. So this minecart just keeps going around and around and around and activating these rails, and they shear the sheep if the sheep have regrown yet. If they have, cool. If not, then it doesn't do anything, obviously. And then down here, I get all of the wool, and it's very slow. This area isn't loaded that much, so anytime I've used any color, it doesn't get replaced anytime soon. But it is a nice place. I have all 16 colors, so if I want to come here and just grab some wool, I can just grab it kind of quickly and go about my day. It's not bad. You know, I have enough, certainly for some decoration stuff. I wouldn't have enough for a mega build, but it's all right. But then, if you keep on going over here in Harrowdale, you'll get to my manual sheep farm, and I love these. I just love manual sheep farms. Just look, when I need wool, like if I'm making an airship or something like that, I need an absolute crap ton of wool. I don't need a little bit. I need a lot. And this way, I can just run around here and just shear all these sheep, take all of their wool. Basically, there's enough grass, although it looks like they've been eating more than the grass has been growing, but generally there's enough grass here where these guys are basically always constantly just refilling their wool, so I can just run around with shears and take until I have as much as I need. Now, if you continue down this path to the south, I'll show you the map real quickly just so you, oh, that's not map, that's Lightmatic. Here's the map. So this is just so you understand the world, this is Frostmire Castle, Steelport. This is New Hope over here. Look how nice New Hope looks from the map. Oh, it's so good. So now we're just heading south down along this way, and we're going through all this farmland, which is known as Harrowdale. And it's a very small little farmer's hamlet. But if you walk around here, there's just a nice little path. Not a lot. You know, not a lot to see here. What I wish I would do, and what I may do end up at some point, is sprinkle more spruce planks, because right now they're only on the half slab, and I think that looks kind of silly. So what I'd like to do is sprinkle some of them on like the lower, or the full block as well, just to sort of make that look a little bit better, because right now it's not so great. What's in this? Oh, just random building stuff. This is all covered completely in farmland, and this was a procedurally generated village, which I overhauled. I decided that I didn't really like the idea of a procedurally generated village, but I thought maybe I could do something cool. And what I came up with is I decided to do acacia, terracotta, acacia, and red sandstone roundhouses. Roundhouses are a real thing, and I've always found them to be an interesting idea. This is I bet there's a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, it looks so much stuff, because I never take anything out. I just leave stuff everywhere. But yeah, this was my sort of, I don't know, workhouse. And if you go up this way, you'll see where all the farmers for this rather large farming hamlet live. I'm going to talk more about the farming in 1.18 because times have changed. Those of us who've been playing this game for a long time. Oh, look, these even have interiors. How nice. This is where they actually live. And they're smoking. A lot of roundhouses would have a fire in the middle and then goes right up there. So it heats both floors, and then the smoke actually goes straight up and out the roof. Pretty cool. So, one of the things that I really struggled with when 1.18 came out was how to create farmland, because the terrain is not flat, like at all, not compared to how it used to be back in the olden days. So what I did was, look at this cool little farmland. This is cool. Check this out. Yeah, I like this. It's a lot of puzzle. It could be maybe we could do a little bit of a variation on the puzzle, but yeah, it's cool. So what I decided to do was I came up with these plateaus, and I just farmed up all these plateaus. So instead of a big hill, which I don't think would look quite right, I did plateau where it's all sort of elevated. And this is largely a fake sort of facade here, if you look over there. But yeah, it's a nice place to have, let's pop on free cam. It's a nice place to have a lot of crops. And you can see there's a pretty decent sized farmland, I mean, for Minecraft terms. And we have lots of roads and all that kind of stuff. And in this one, I did something that I don't think I'll do again, which is I used all leaf barriers like shrubs and stuff like that. And what I wish I had done and what I'll do in the future is mix between like little cobblestone walls and leaf barriers and even other barriers, just so it's not all the same. That's just a little uniform for my sort of taste these days. But over here, I wanted a big roundhouse building, and this was actually what I did was I just made 3 roundhouses all connected and then connected the interiors, and it works pretty well. And actually, even the upstairs is finished. People, this is where they sleep, and you can see the smoke just goes right up and out. It's pretty darn nice here. Tables they can sit, have meetings, have dinner, all that kind of stuff. Maybe at the end of the day, all the farmers in this little area gather together and discuss their day and complain about their backs hurting, probably. At least that's what I do. So over here, I even have some blood vines over here. I think that's what we call them in this world. And just as like a made up crop, just to bring in a color and use as many different crops as we can. And yeah, again, just nice interiors here. So this is Harrowdale, and I really like it. I think it's simple, but it expands the world a lot, and so it's good. Now, let's move on to Sandgo. I think we're going to save the Arc Tower. Let's move on. Let's move down here to Sandgo. I had a rule when I first started this world that I had to build 3 fields for every 1 house that I wanted to add, and that rule was great for a while, and then it started to get a little bit old because I got kind of tired of I didn't pause. I didn't fix that. Obviously, I needed Podzol, so I just took it all. I don't know. Oh man, that's rough. And I'll come back and fix it. I promise. In the real world, this is a backup, so I can do whatever I want in this world. So I decided that what I could do to not have to build quite so many fields and build more houses was I could add fishing ships, because fishing ships can provide a ton of food, a lot more than 1 fishing ship per house, a lot more. So with every fishing ship I added, I could add more like 10 houses or 15 houses, and no problem with people actually eating, getting fed. So I added right here, you can see 4 fishing ships. So we got this one right here in the dock in the harbor, this one out here floating along the water, this one over here docked again, and then this guy over there, and that is actually a farm. That's my guardian farm, because if you look up there at that airship, well, that's my guardian farm. So let me show you how it works. So this is I think it's an ENXO4 or whatever the chap's name is, and it's the easiest design ever. Basically what happens is you just put soul sand there, the guardians get washed up right to inside of this, they come up in the scaffolding, they flop around, they go to the nether, then they instantly get teleported up into the middle of my airship, into another nether portal where they come down, they fall down. Right now I have it in automatic mode, so I just put a couple soul campfires and some hoppers, and these just get filled as long as I'm close by. They just get filled constantly. Now I'm in free cam, so it's not currently loaded. I think I'm a little bit too far away, but if you stand in here, it is incredibly fast. Then just normally if you're doing the kill, if you take out the campfires and they fall all the way down, you can kill here for a lot of good experience, but right now I just need a lot of sea lanterns. So yeah, so that's my guardian farm. So I hid it completely. I hid it both in basically 2 ships, and that airship just adds a lot. It adds a lot to the lore and the storyline if you've been following and all that kind of stuff. But this area is cool. So this is my fishing village. I have a big dock. Again, it's a pretty expansive dock if you'll check it out. Like both the wooden dock and this upper dock here with a little marketplace, very standard Minecraft medieval sort of marketplace here. A bunch of houses like right on the dock. I really think it turned out nicely, not a lot to see here, but the one thing I do want to talk about is this build right here. This was not built by me. I mean, now I placed the blocks. This was an Andy Days competition winner. I had a competition between all of my supporters of who could build the best house that would fit best in this world, and Andy actually won it with this really unique and interesting build. So I took a Lightmatica schematic of it, I pasted it here, and I didn't paste it, I followed the directions to build it in survival here, and I just think it's cool. It's just a cool, unique, interesting build. I had to do a little bit of landscaping to get to fit the terrain, but yeah, cool build. Really nice work by Andy. But Now, yeah, if I could go into some negatives, I don't love these houses. They're like completely textureless. I just tried to do a different roof design that was sort of this like weird upside down U shape, and I don't like it that much. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever come back here and edit this or just build another village or something, but you know, it's fine, I guess. It is what it is. I'm not terribly concerned. This I never got around to doing an interior. I always did want to sort of do little areas, because this was kind of like what do you call this? Like an ultimate survival starter base with a whole bunch of starter stuff, like brewing stations and little tiny farms and all that kind of stuff. And hey, I didn't do all that, obviously, since I don't need that in this world, but you know, it's cool. I did connect it to another building. This was not Andy's. This was mine. That I just did a connection. So again, as I talk about in every episode of every series I do on this channel, I could walk under stuff because I love walking under stuff. It's really great. Some candles I found in Ancient City, which will be a future world tour that we do. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up, but I really enjoyed this build. I think it's cool. It's nice to have a nice dock city that's in a mostly finished state. I don't think it's completely finished forever and ever, but for right now, I think it is. Next episode, we'll come back and we'll take a look at the Arc Tower. I think we could probably spend a whole world tour episode on that because there's a lot to say about it. But for right now, I'm going to let you go. I'll see you all next time for the next world tour. Grab that world download. It'll be up for about a month from the time this video comes out. I have both for Java and Bedrock. If you want to get it now for 5,000 days. I don't keep them up forever. So, yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. I really do appreciate it. Bye, everybody.